Hi all. There's this new assignment that we got to automate a test case. Uh, this is the code that was written to automate the test case. Uh, First, after creating a package for automate test case, that's what I call it. Then I created a driver and make it global. Uh, I went to the before method, and once you are putting it there, and you press your Control Shift O, it imports the JUnit for the before. Once I did that, I created another method which I named Launch Browser, and in the body, I set the property for the web browser. I have already created a folder right here that contains the Chrome driver. Then I create an instance for the Chrome driver, and this last line is to maximize the browser, and I make this to get the website, which we refer to as text files are billing. Then this next line is to make it an implicit wait. I choose 5 seconds. I think that everybody choose 5 seconds anyways. Uh, then later I went for the test method, and once I did that, I pressed the Control Shift O also, and it created the JUnit import over there. Then once I did that, I created another pop method. I throw exceptions here, not because I wanted to throw exceptions, but because of the thread that sleep that was here. So that was why that comes around, and it's good so that if anything goes wrong, we'll know where it went wrong. So this first line is to get the web element ID with the name, web ID with a username. Uh, the keys that was used is send keys to put in um, characters in the field. So whenever the driver locates the username, it puts in the characters that I use for the send keys. The same thing happens for the password. It puts in the character that I put in. Uh, when I run it, you'll see how the web elements interact. Then the driver finds the login key, and this click will initiate the driver to click this login. And because the some browsers sometimes takes a bit of time to load, so that's why I said it should at least wait for about 2 seconds. This is about in nanoseconds, but it means 2 seconds anyways. The next part is I use the driver having a format of expert. I use it to get the keyword transactions from the site that was open, or yeah. So immediately they open the transaction, the driver will click it, and it will come out to the deposit. This time around, it's going to open the deposit in another. It's like it's transferring it to another page, but still within the page that was open, that this, the transaction. Right here, when we wanted to see the code, the HTML code that was written, excuse me, you press on the keyboard, Shift Control I. It brings this out, and whenever you want to see the keyword to use, it's either you use the Shift Control C or you press this button, and the transaction will open. Then you see the exact keyword to use there, and the deposit that I talked about earlier. Whenever you see the href, that's the navigator to that particular link, you take your mouse there, click it, and it will show you there. I just copied and paste it here, right here. So for it to load, I have to make it wait another 2 seconds. Then I make the driver using the find element to locate the account and put in the keyword for the characters that I chose. Then I use another expert to create a link. Right at this point, you just press your Control F. It will bring you to the DOM, and you can write your code here to pick anything that you want. So I use that to get uh, my the description, and I use the send key to fill in my characters. Then next line, I use the driver to find find the ID, which is the amount, and I key in these characters also. Then also use the driver to get the ID, submit. That's after you fill in all this. Then the driver will come and click this, and this is what this means. And immediately it locates the submit, it clicked. And I also make it sleep for us because according to the homework we had, the last part says that you click the submit button and virtually check to make sure the deposit is posted. After that is done, I use the after method and another public method rather, to close the browser and also close the code. So let's run it and see what happens. Let me minimize this or close it. Then whenever you want to run it, you right click and go to run as the JUnit test. So the browser just open and it locates the website, the keyword in, it locates the transaction. We went to the account, the amount, and it shows us the amount being deposited. Thank you.